Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Alvin from Spiritual Fire Productions, and I'm right back with another video. Today's video, I will be sending out a powerful message about how God tests us and how God says you will die the same way you live, and He will destroy you based on how you live your life. What we have to understand about this life and the things in this world is that everything is a test. We are being tested by God through everything that we do, whether it's through our jobs, our finances, through other people, daily life situations, being truthful and honest with others that we place in our lives. It's easy to be fooled and deceived by the things around us in this world when we let everything consume us. And that's our only focus instead of us thinking about the things that matter. But sadly, we all tend to fall under the temptation and let Satan dictate to us of how we should live and say forget about God. But God says don't be fooled by mankind and live an honest and great life. Live a life of obedience. But what do? We disobey God and say forget him. I'm going to live my life how I want to live it. I'm not going to sit up here and wait. I'm going to be impatient. I'm going to do what I want to do. And God says, fine, that's okay. So since you want to live that type of life, let me test you. And let me see how well you do through the tests that I give you. And our problem is today is that we all tend to fail those tests. We all want to do what we want to do. We don't want to wait on God. We want to go ahead and do our own thing. So God says, okay, I'm going to put this stuff in front of you and see if you're going to pass the test. And I'm going to tell y'all a story about a guy that I knew. Now, this guy will wake up every single day. And this was his life. He would wake up every single day. He would go to the slot machines because he was so obsessed with gambling. That's how he was living his life. He was a gambler. He loved to gamble and make money. He would go to the slot machines. He was so addicted to the slot machines that nothing else mattered around him. Nothing else. The way he carried himself. He was very cocky. He was arrogant. He was rude. He was selfish. He didn't care about anything or anyone else around him. Nothing else to him matters. His friends who were believers in God or still are believers in God tried to warn him and tell him, hey man, you're going to lose your money and stuff. Try to be honest about it. You got other stuff to worry about, other priorities and stuff. What about your girlfriend? What about your home? What about everything else? You know what he did? He got mad at them, caught an attitude and told them, shut up. I don't y'all mind y'all business. I do what I want to do. This doesn't concern you. Whatever, leave me alone. I don't care what God says. So, okay. God says, okay, you don't want to listen to what I got to say, so I got something for you. He would still go about his day, still playing his slots and everything, until he ended up one day losing all that money. You want to know how much he lost? He lost $2,000. Then he got angry and mad because he wasn't winning under the money that he lost. He ended up losing all the money, so he got furious. And he left. Got in the car, went home, stole money out of his girlfriend's wallet, and she ends up catching him. Okay? Took $500 from her. Girlfriend called and they end up getting into a big old argument. End up arguing about it. It caused a big old scene. So he ended up taking the money and leaving. And you know what wanted to happen? You want to know what happened next? Because he was so disobedient and that was his life and that's how he lives. God caused him to get into a car accident. He destroyed his own life because he let the money, the root of evil of money, consume him by gambling and stuff, by him carrying himself, by being arrogant, by being cocky. And this is why God says, if you live a life of disobedience, you live a life of sin, you will die that same way. The wages of sin is death. He would not want to listen. He was very cocky, rude, disrespectful, selfish individual, arrogant, didn't care about nobody. Only thing that matters is him making his money, and he didn't care about anybody else that he stepped over. And this is why God tells you cannot live like a dog and then expect to sleep peacefully like a sheep. You can't live like a dog and expect to reap the benefits of a king. That's why God tells us to obey him. Listen. Because he knows best. But what we do, we disobey God and we want to cry out to God, oh, why me, why me, why me? So with all that being said, I'd like everybody just to pay attention to this video and listen. This is some of the ways that you could die if you don't live an obedient life, if you don't put God first. So with all that being said, if y'all like this video, like, subscribe, please share with your friends, comment down in the comment section. All right, y'all, take care.